Peace and blessings, family. This is Mr. Provocative Ajori Kalfani, your urban war coordinator, with another verbal war report. I'm reading an article on ABC Action News about an incident that happened on Thursday, June 19th, 2018, where a man was shot dead in front of his 5-year-old son, and the sheriff's department has not charged the shooter, saying that he was justified under stand your ground. I'll read this article to you right now. It happened in Clearwater, Florida. Again, I'll post the link below. Deputies are investigating a deadly shooting at a convenience store in unincorporated Clearwater. Sergeant Gross of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office tells ABC Action News that the shooting stemmed from an argument over a parking spot. Deputies say Michael Madraka of Clearwater confronted a woman parked in a handicapped parking space outside of the Circle A food store on Sunset Point Road. Witnesses told deputies that the two were arguing because Madraka was upset the woman parked there even though she wasn't handicapped. The woman's boyfriend, Marquise McLaughlin of Clearwater, was inside the store to buy his little boy a candy bar, according to the store owner. McLaughlin exited the store to defend his girlfriend and shoved Madraka to the ground. Madraka responded by taking out his pistol and shooting McLaughlin in the chest. McLaughlin ran back into the store where his 5-year-old son was standing by the front door watching the entire incident happen right before his eyes. McLaughlin fell to the ground inside of the store and he was pronounced dead at the local hospital. Investigators say multiple people witnessed the shooting and called 911. Madraka is a legal concealed weapons permit holder and will not be charged because of Florida's Stand Your Ground law, according to the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. The store owner tells ABC Action News that Madraka has a history of assaulting people in the very parking lot the shooting took place. A man who frequents the store told ABC Action News he had a run-in with the man who opened fire just 1 month ago. Rich Kelly says the man picked a fight with him over a parking spot using racial slurs and even threatened to kill him. Now a month later, a similar case ending with the father killed in front of his 5-year-old son. So this Madraka has a history of assaulting people and accosting people into getting into arguments. Not to mention the fact that he was armed when he was trying to accost a woman at the same spot. You know that he wound up killing her boyfriend in front of his son. So the police got to know who this gentleman is. They got to know who he is. I mean, it's not like he's somebody from out of town. He's a resident. You know, so they know him because the store owner even says that he has a history of this. So we're gonna listen to some video.
It's where 2 lives will change forever in just seconds. Jeff Swartz, ABC Action News' legal expert, takes a closer look at the men's body language.
And he starts to back off.
According to Swartz, it's a unique case where the aggressor flips from one side to the other.
At this point, the defendant is under no immediate danger.
Meaning Marquise McLaughlin, now dead, may have started a physical fight, but when he saw the shooter pointing a gun, he leveled off.
The victim is no longer the aggressor. At this point, the shooter is the aggressor. And once he becomes the aggressor, he is not entitled to stand your ground.
In recent years, though, Florida's Stand Your Ground statute has shifted. With the old Stand Your Ground defense, if it is clear the shooter escalated the violence, he wouldn't be protected by the law. Now it's the state's duty to prove it.
The defendant can
They always seem to come at you when you're at your weakest.
And what was going on and how he
They attacked the woman. He came after the woman, first. And then when the man came out, he wanted to pull his weapon.
Either way, Swartz says the Stand Your Ground law will likely be a factor in the
Y'all
case.
cowards.
Andrea Lyon, ABC Action.
And we can't run from cowards. Who runs from cowards? This man lost his life because he wanted to protect his woman from somebody. Obviously, the man was screaming and yelling at her loud enough for him to hear her, and he came out the store. He was buying something, heard the was going on outside, and came outside and seen some old man hit her face over a parking spot. So his job is to protect his woman and his family. He got a son there too. So the man's there with a damn weapon.
Up here today, new updates on that deadly shooting at a Clearwater convenience store. The disturbing moments caught on surveillance camera here, and today, brand new developments.
You can find this video again. I'm gonna post it on the link below. It's several videos.
Against the man who shot and killed a father in this situation. And now Sarah Hollenbeck is joining us live at the store in Clearwater. Sarah, what is the sheriff telling you now?
The sheriff says it's as clear as this. When Marquise McLaughlin shoved Michael Dryka right here in this spot, Dryka felt like he was being threatened, and that was enough to justify the shooting. Marquise McLaughlin's girlfriend tells us she is stunned. Brittany Jacobs was the first person that Michael Dryka confronted after she parked in a handicapped parking spot. Surveillance video from the store shows McLaughlin leave the store to defend his girlfriend and shove Dryka hard to the ground. Dryka then pulls out a gun and shoots McLaughlin square in the chest. We are pausing the video before McLaughlin is shot. Now, McLaughlin's 5-year-old son witnessed the whole shooting. And today the sheriff's office is telling us they won't file charges against Dryka because he was defending himself under the stand your ground law.
Right there. All right, that's I'm not even gonna go into it anymore. We enter in a era which is going full circle, where Caucasians are self-deputizing themselves. He's not the police. He's a regular civilian, and he's gonna address these people, anybody, about a parking spot. He's not the police. He doesn't work as a security guard. He's not getting paid for this. But he feels he has the authority to just tell people what they can and can't do and take their life. And the sheriff confirmed it. The sheriff confirmed it. So now it's not just him. It's him and the state versus McLaughlin, who is now deceased. It's him and the state. The state sided with him, said yes, he had every right to deputize and take that man's life. He had every right to accost that family. He had every right to start the incident and then claim victim later, because he is ordained by his skin color to deputize himself and police people. There's another gentleman named Rich Kelly who said that it was an incident not less than a month ago where he had a shootout. There was a shooting. So the police were called. The sheriff department was involved. They know who Dryka is. They know who he is. So the fact that they still turned around and defended him, knowing his history, that only works for white people. If what they're doing right now, I promise you, is looking into McLaughlin's history, because that's what's going to come out next. Who he was and any kind of criminal activity he was involved in, if any at all, will be brought to the forefront and will become the topic. That would be the discussion now. What was McLaughlin like? What was his character? To also justify, because this is systemic. This is not just the sheriff department. This is not just the state. This is a global thing that we are now encountering that is starting to put pressure on us in a level now that you cannot ignore it anymore. Trump has brought it to a point that you cannot ignore it anymore. Even though you want to bury your head in the sand, you can't, because this is our reality. All right, the sheriff's department siding with him, and now the media is going to jump on board with him and say, okay, well, what was McLaughlin like? Not the shooter. Let's find out about the person that got shot. Let's find out if he have any problems that we can bring up that justifies this white man taking his life. Because they are going to be deputizing people. They did it in Tulsa. They deputized the entire population and said, you have the right to detain and take weapons and help us. Help the state. Round these Negroes up and put them in pens. This is the era we are coming back full circle to. And it's starting right here. So the state's going to side with him, and the media is going to side with him. And if he gets off, do me a favor, black people. Don't riot. It don't work for us. We're not animals. We're not like them. They're animals. We're not animals. What you do, you shut the fuck up. And you meet. You don't say nothing. You ever heard the phrase silent niggas kill? There's a reason for that. We don't go out and we don't wild out. We don't bang out. We move into the background. And we link up with real niggas. And we discuss how we gonna move. We ain't gonna just go out there and act like animals. We're already dealing with a whole system. An entire system that's against us. We cannot go out there and give them justification for doing what they just said Dryka had the right to do. Shoot us dead, self-deputize, and then take us out. We have to unify. We have to pull each other in. Rein in the real. Let the wild niggas go out and do what they do. Them niggas are not going to be useful for anything but cannon fodder anyway. We need real niggas to link up. All right? In any case, not just this, every case, we need to link up with real niggas. You need to link up with like-minded people who understand, no, we strategize, then we move. We don't just go out there and give these dudes excuses to do what they want to us. So again, I'm going to post this in my link below. And it's disturbing that the sheriff said that he was justified in this. Even though just a month ago he's already has a history of it. Like I said, the store owner said he's always harassing people. And it seems like they're always black people about parking. So he's running around looking for a reason to use his gun. And he got one now. McLaughlin scared the shit out of him. He would have shot that lady too, probably. That was his intention, to shoot Brittany. Brittany Jacobs is her name. He intended to shoot her because you don't walk around starting arguments with a piece on you unless you planning on doing something with it. All right? If you ain't tough enough to throw, that was your welcome to fight, because you came out there to fight. You came out there to fight. You came out there to start a fight. You got to fight. He pushed you. It was time to throw your hands. You reached for your gun. Yo, we are dealing with cowards, and we have to understand that. We're dealing with armed cowards. And we need to unify and figure a better way to deal with them than giving them justification to use their legal systems against us. Again, this is Jory Calfani, Mr. Provocative. Tune in. Again, this is another Verbal War Report. And I'm going to post a link below. All right, but stay safe and stay sharp, fam. We don't allow these dudes to entrap us. And again, rest in peace, McLaughlin. He did not deserve to die for defending his family. That was his job. And that coward took his life.